I am also live, Josepha Hills.
We don't have an intro.
No, we don't.
We don't have an intro. We don't go like, "Good morning, Cleo, Nom." No, wait.
No, what? Please never do that again.
Good morning, Vietnam. Except he's louder. He's like, "Good morning, Vietnam." I can't do it.
No. Not only that, it's quite early where you are, so
Well, yeah.
Shouting is probably not ideal.
Well, everybody here should be awake, and if they're not, then that's not my fault.
It's not your problem. It's fine.
Yes.
Hello, everybody.
We are getting going. Woo.
We are going for a given value of going.
Yes,
we are here and present in the moment. We're happy and joyful, and I need to put Joe's stream on my TV so I know what Joe's doing to that table, because that's against the Geneva Convention.
I need to pull up your video as well. Well, the thing is, when I said I was ready to go live, I meant like I had done all the things that were required to go live. I can't actually put your stream on until your stream is on, because like
that's fair. That's reasonable, Joe. I am not faulting you for that. I am mocking you for that.
Yeah,
though.
You're mocking me and faulting me for plenty of other stuff, though.
Oh no! I'm not faulting you.
Oh, okay.
I'm aware. I'm just mocking you.
Oh,
there's a difference.
I feel better already.
Good. There's nothing you can do about it. That's fine.
Okay.
But I will torment you, because that's why we're here. Hey, Una has resubscribed for 13 months. Thank you. It's appreciated.
Okay. So I am.
If I'm a bit off today, it's because I'm sneakily watching. I'm sneakily going back and checking the news.
Oh, because... I thought you were gonna say it's because I'm watching Stranger Things season 4, Joe. You would love how panicky this Satan is.
I've literally watched a couple of episodes of Stranger Things, and it's not for me. That's fine.
That's fine.
Thank you, Anna, who has resubscribed for 16 months. To be fair, I did sleep until 12 today, so I've only been up for a couple of hours, but I am actually feeling much less tired today.
I woke up at 7:10 in the morning for this stream, because Cleo always scolds me for not eating before we start. So I actually woke up and made a fruit smoothie and a bacon.
Yeah, I'm proud of Joe. Joe
Why
is
is my chat
it's taking care of themselves, and that's the main thing. That's the main thing.
Because I must, or Cleo will scold me.
I don't scold you anywhere near as I scold other people. Nowhere near.
Yeah, I'm too tired. That's the thing, is like, if you started scolding me severely enough, it's just like one of those things, like, I could just go take a nap right now. Like, anytime somebody's really hassling me, I'm like, I don't even need to be awake. I can just walk away from this and go lay down. I'm here for you.
You should
right now. Like, yeah. Keep it coming. Let's see how that goes.
That'd be great. So what you're saying to me is, if I tell you off enough, you'll just go and take care of yourself.
Well, not necessarily, because like a nap isn't necessarily the only thing I need, or the thing you're scolding me about not having.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. And also, choo-choo! Got a hype train. Thank you very much, everybody.
I got this tape out.
Yay! Thank you, Joe. And thank you, Arca, who has also resubscribed for 16 months. Hannah says they still haven't found a way out, because, I could deal with this, or I could nap. Yeah, that's fine. The webcam is out of focus.
My webcam?
No, my webcam.
Mine looks like extra red for some reason. Is that the color balance, maybe?
It is a bit fuzzy, but you know what? People aren't here to see, really. Yeah, oh, Bakura has cheered biddies with a pride train. It's appreciated. Okay, what I will do is I will pull out the special tool, the Logitech camera thing, and I will try and make it do a thing. Okay. I don't know what it's going to try and do, but yeah, that one.
So while Cleo sorts her camera chat, we have an assignment for you. This is called crowdsourcing. So basically, every stream starts with Cleo and I going, have you gone live yet? Okay, yeah, I've gone live. Okay, I've gone live too. Okay, I clicked the button, but it didn't go through. Okay, now I'm live. Okay. What we don't have is like an intro, right? What would be the first thing you wanted to hear on this stream? Something like, hello, Cleo. Hello, Joe. I hope you're ready for an arts and crafts show. Something like that. What would y'all want to hear?
And if the answer isn't just massive amounts of tape.
Yeah. I just want to hear. I want to hear tape. I want to hear rubber hoses, like wrenches.
That feels better for focus. That feels better. That's as focused as I can make it at this point, so I don't know if that's better or not.
Silly and creepy. Panpiped says like a zoo.
And I increase the sharpness.
Boxes of boxes says I can't beat what I just already did. That was perfect.
I've got zoom, literally. That's all I can do. Apparently I can turn it into black and white.
Ooh.
Ta-da!
Now I gotta wait 15 seconds for it.
Or I can make it cartoon. Oh, I do like the cartoon one. The cartoon one is nice and bright and vibrant. That's pretty good.
Well,
sickness. That's a bit creepy. And zombie, the zombie filter. I don't know.
Wow.
I know. Thank you. I'm gonna go for none because this is who I am. Although the cartoon filter is it's very vibrant, but I will go none. There you go. So you're playing with settings. Sickness feels more like the zombie filter. Yeah, you're not wrong. But this is as. I'm sorry, it's still a bit blurry, but that's all we got to do. That's all we've got to do.
Is the camera maybe too close?
I mean, I can't make it less close, you know?
Okay.
So
yeah, like it's not like a tripod or something that you can play with it?
No, it's a fixed height tripod, so...
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, mine's on this... I've got mine inside the ring light stand, and that's got, like, telescoping height and a bunch of other stuff, so...
See, the line's better with cartoon. Yeah, that's because the saturation is whacked right up. Socks has resubscribed! For 13 months, nail shuts all the exits, no exits here. I mean, like, arguably there aren't any things for you to nail shut, but that's fine. Okay, Cam, if you can think of something to do, that's fine. That sounded like an apple, Joe.
Yes, I'm biting into an apple while I'm unrolling the duct tape.
Yeah, I know, but that's what it sounded like. Oh, you're petulant today.
I'm petulant every day.
I mean, yeah, but there are limits, Joe.
Everybody to the limit, come on.
Everybody take a drink. You are thirsty. Oh, well, now I need to fix that. There you go, that'll do. So hydrate, everybody. It's very important. You're thirsty.
I'm my head on the ring light now. It's like, Cleo, my camera setup is great. Smack.
Dejet just cheered videos. Thank you very much indeed.
Why do I feel like I'm being punished? Because I'm constantly being punished.
Okay, we're going to use the kidney bean tape on this one.
Tips are also welcome. Oh, go.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Tips are also welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat.
Yeah. Okay, so how am I wanting to do this? I don't know.
Let's see.
Mathematical Jackal cheered biddies. Thank you very much.
Why is this not changing rooms? Oh my
gosh. I don't know, Joe. Why is it not changing around?
Everything's a chore. Discord, I'm like clicking on things. so I can make sure I can see my Patreon chat. And it's like, it's like, how about you keep looking at the channel you're on, but we changed the title in the top. And I'm like, why is the text still the same? Was I already in this channel? No, I wasn't. It's just Discord being flaky.
Yep, Discord is the flakiness.
Yeah. So
it's a lot like pastry.
Yeah. So, let's see. I think, like, what's going on that's worth talking about. I've got PlayOnCon this week, which is why I'm finishing up my table for the table flipping contest. That's what we're doing. For those of y'all who are just joining in are like, what is this weird canvas? This is a card table that is being modified to be thrown by probably about 60 to 100 people. And so everybody has to get a chance to throw the table. So we end up having to prepare the table after about the 30th or 40th person on the fly continuously. That's part of the spectacle of the
spectacle
of the contest, is that people are like, oh, there's no way that everybody's going to get a chance to throw this thing. It's clearly broken.
You would be surprised.
But so we've reinforced it. This is now we reinforced it using duct tape from the other side, which is why there's this part coming through here. But now what we're doing is we're putting a design on the bottom to make it more I don't know, photographable.
Photographable.
But like with a certain like photographiable. Like we want it to be like, we want to capture the imagination. Like it's already able to be photographed. We want to make it like
photogenic.
Fictionally, yes, photogenicable.
Not a word, but sure, we'll go with it.
Well, I'm not going to say we're going to photogenocide the table. So that's not it.
That's just genocide by sunlight, right?
That's just, that's not what we're doing. That's how they killed the vampires, actually, in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I mean, it's one of the ways, yeah.
Well, yeah,
sure.
no, but in the finale, like they didn't they like channel the power of the sun through something? I don't know.
Oh yeah, that amulet thing.
Yeah.
And the answer is maybe. I don't know.
It's been a while.
It's been like a decade at this point, so.
It's been a long road, getting from there to here.
Supplica has resubscribed for 5 months. Thank you very much. And Shifty Pumpkin has resubscribed for 16 months, saying, "I choose not to resign." Which is funny to me because at the moment, every so often I will be scooting out to watch politics, to read about politics on my computer.
I wasn't sure if you were okay talking about that or not, because I would love to hear more about that.
Okay. Remember, I'm not a politician or anything, but I do know a bit.
Can I? So here's what I know.
Yeah.
Badger gets off the plane and says, "Since I left England, 2 politicians who I absolutely abhor have resigned." And I said, they must have only been staying in office to spite you, and now that you're gone, there's no point.
Oh, no. I'm knowing Badger a little bit. I'm pretty sure that there's more than 2 politicians that she abhors.
Well, but this was
that have since resigned.
Well, but this was like when she got off the plane yesterday. So
yes,
I'm caught up to yesterday evening. No, wait, no, Monday evening. Yeah,
let's put it like this.
So I'm not caught up at all.
Currently, 21 ministers of the cabinet have resigned. And basically, there's a. Huh?
How many are there total?
In the cabinet.
Yeah.
I don't actually know how many, because posts change every so often, and things get added.
When you say like X number resigned out of,
we've got a 2-party system effectively, first past the post, so which is sort of what you have, but you have this electoral college thing, which is even weirder.
Yeah.
So basically, throughout the ruling party's group, they can pick members to support to go into the cabinet. And so what's happening currently is so many people are resigning, and Boris Johnson is trying to put more people hurriedly in place, because if he has a fundamental loss of the cabinet, he will be forced to resign. So he's trying currently to plug in the holes. So it could be that so far we've had 21, and it could be there are only like 40 places in the cabinet, but he's pulling more and more people in to plug in those gaps. Can't remember. 27 minutes, 6 more in the last 10 minutes. Oh my god, this is like Christmas. Has Patel resigned yet? No, Priti Patel will probably not resign because she's a monster. So currently, what the Tories are trying to do is they're trying to force Boris Johnson's hand into resigning by making it impossible for him to continue running the country. So Icyville Pixie is resubscribed for 3 months. So basically, the more people that resign means the more pressure from his party to resign, which means the more likely he is to leave. So yeah. So we are very, very pro Boris Johnson leaving.
Nice.
Do you know why people are resigning, just out of curiosity?
Do I?
Yeah.
No, but I'm realizing that this table is looking a lot like some sort of Nazi eagle. So I'm really gonna have to clean this up. I'm kind of caught up with like making sure that this actually looks like a kinetic warning sign and not like.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying? Like that. This is coming up poorly.
That's not helping.
No, it's not. Like this is not good. So yeah. So I've got my own problems right now. Like because in the sketch it looks like a table, and maybe having the having it rotate more or something is gonna be good. But yeah, this is supposed to look like a table being thrown, and it is not coming through well.
I am not seeing table being thrown there. I'm gonna be honest.
So I'm because like it was supposed to look like one of the Aperture Science like black on white. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Like the
someone
just cube, the icon or whatever.
Yeah. Ethelyn Blue just asked, who ostensibly is in charge when they do get Johnson out? Here's the thing about the UK. We can, because of a whole mishmash of a whole bunch of stuff, and laws and protocols and government stuff, legally, we can have no one in charge. So if a prime minister resigns, there is the whole like 2 or 3 weeks when some arcane ritual goes on with one of the parties, and until they decide who the next prime minister is in like a secret coven meeting or something, we don't know. No one's in charge. Yay! Anarchy UK. So this is why I'm fascinated. Okay. Fascinated.
So Parliament will have to find a new prime minister, is what I'm hearing.
The Tories will have to find a new prime minister.
Oh, okay.
And they can either do that. Like 3 things have to happen for that. To call a general election out of time. Basically, it's can the party keep running the country with what they currently have. And a few other things, and I can't remember what it is. I just read the 3 things before I came on, so it was in my head, but now it's not. But yeah, currently they can keep running the country so long as they elect a new leader.
Yeah,
it's they won't need to call a general election, but that's a possibility. So, who's deputy prime minister? I have no idea at the moment. I don't know if they've gone.
Okay, new plan. We're going to try and make a stick figure throwing a much smaller table.
That seems like a better option.
That seems like where we're at this point. Sorry, Cleo. I'm not trying to derail your story.
That's fine. That's fine. It's not really a story. It's just a case of people asking questions and me going, this is what I know. And I'm fascinated at the moment, so I'm going to tell you what I know.
No, I'm curious to see how it goes. Sorry, but you had asked me if I knew what triggered this. Was this the COVID party thing, or what was the actual answer?
No. The actual answer to that is Mr. Pincher, I can't remember his first name, was a known sexual harasser.
Uh-huh.
And one of the people that one of the men he has sexually harassed has come out and told him. Mm-hmm. And Boris Johnson was like, I didn't know about this. Turns out he did. Oh. And he appointed him to the government anyway.
Oh, well, they've done that before, because that's one of those things like, oh, this guy has a problem. Well, that means that we can force him to vote the way we want and blackmail him if he threatens to tell people, or if he threatens to go
but when
against
people
us.
know that you've done that, they don't like it.
Yeah, it turns out.
And then all the other politicians who probably knew have said, "How dare you do that?
We didn't know.
We didn't know, and you've got no proof. I wasn't the one that said pincher by name, pincher by nature," which is what Boris Johnson said about him. Uh-huh. So, and then everyone's going, no, how dare you?
How dare you?
I had absolutely no idea is a pretty valid response. Yeah, this happens every so often, particularly with the Tories, that they go through this. I've seen this happen in my lifetime. 3 times? I think, in some form or another.
Yep.
So it's not uncommon, but I've not seen it happen to the Labour Party, or maybe I have. When George Brown came in, I'm not sure. I can't remember the details. I was in my 20s. Leave me alone. I had more important things to worry about at that point.
Oh no.
No.
Not your 20s. It's like Cleo's like, I've got to get to my rock and roll concert, or my band
I was much
stage.
more of a nerd than that. Come on.
No, I like to imagine that 80s Cleo was like rolling around like Gem and the Holograms, solving mysteries and playing music.
Yes, the music that I'm well known for. Thank you, Darth Wolfin, who has resubscribed for 8 months. Thank you very much.
Well, of course she swore off music after that one murder she could never solve.
I will get there one day. I will find them.
Yeah.
And they will pay for killing my dog. Or something like that.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay. So,
of course you murder people who kill your dog. Fair's fair after all. That is a perfectly sane thing to do.
Okay.
Except playing RPGs instead of... I didn't play RPGs. I played computer games, RPGs, but I didn't D&D until I was like 30 odd. Maybe late 20s, but yeah. Was I doing I was doing D&D before I did YouTube. Thinking about it. Oh, but Leslie has gifted Streamloots packs to the community, so go and run and get those. Thank you very much. When we say ministers resigning, what they usually do is they don't resign, they resign from the cabinet, but they go on to be backbenchers. So they don't lose their majority, but they destabilise the power structure. So I was doing D&D before then, was it?
So in England, they don't have like a separate... So in America, the executive branch appoints the cabinet members, and they're not members of Congress, right? So the Secretary of Agriculture is not also in Congress or the Senate. Whereas in the UK, the equivalent position, the Minister of Agriculture or whatever, would actually be somebody from...
You have to be an elected official. You don't to be in the cabinet, because otherwise you would just... I think the theory is you would just pad it with people who are your cronies.
Yeah, so those cabinet members all...
have been voted in, yes.
Yeah, but they're now resigning from their cabinet post, but not their parliamentary seats.
No, because otherwise they would have to have parliamentary elections.
And that's a whole separate thing.
And that's a whole thing that requires a lot more. I mean, it's very rare that people resign from the government because they've been voted in, so...
Yeah.
They can also quit the party and become independent, yes. So if they were really annoyed... They could say, right, I'm independent now. I'm not part of your little posse.
Yeah.
So, if they were really annoyed by the sex scandals, they could just, not be part of that party. But they're still part of the party. They're just trying to oust Johnson at this point. So, that's where things are at this current point in time. John Stonehouse was still MP after he faked his own death and turned out to be a spy. I have not heard this story, Push. You must tell me it later. That sounds like an amazing story. That's some cute washi tape. What, the kidney beans? The kidney beans are great. We like the kidney beans.
What's the point of a table flipping contest? Asks Crystal Clear. Yeah, to flip it the furthest.
It's whoever manages to take Joe out by throwing a table.
No. Not supposed to strike convention guests.
But you're staff at that point.
No, I'm a guest.
Okay.
No,
you're a guest doing work.
No, that's... So, yeah, to get a guest badge, you have to, run events or sit on panels and stuff.
Fair enough.
So,
fair enough.
The musical acts are considered guests.
Ah, I see.
So, Professor Shy Guy or Voltaire or whoever would have guest badges. This is distinct from attendees who are, the people that are
Okay, so you're allowed to attack the attendees, but not the guests. Understood. I like that way of doing it.
In theory, I'm supposed to prevent that, but... I don't feel like
proportionally
the legs and the this does look too much like a staple though.
It does. The legs should probably be longer. Although no, that seems reasonable.
I don't think it sells table. It looks more like a bench. I think
yeah. It's either needs longer legs or a shorter. Yeah.
Well, that's fine. This is why we set aside. We were only a half hour into this.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So we have time. We're gonna workshop it. We're gonna clean it up.
Miniatures Mouse has resubscribed for 16 months. That's almost 2 Twitch babies.
What?
Dear God. Dear God. And at 24 months, you get an elephant.
What?
That's how that works.
What? Really? You get an elephant?
24 months. Yeah, that's how long elephant gestation is.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that's how long elephants never forget for. It's wow.
No, they never forget. Elephants forget after 2 years is not...
I know, that was...
Is not the same joke.
Borealis Laura says, what if you rotate the view of the table so we can see it from the top or the bottom? So from a cartooning standpoint, having a big square here is not going to look great. Making it a compressed diamond shape. Making it a compressed diamond shape with legs coming out. That's the thing, is you have to figure out a way to do it with the legs coming out. But, this is supposed to look like like signage, right? And on signage,
Right.
they don't do a lot of perspective work. So it stops looking as much like a sign, even though it technically looks more like a table. It looks more like an illustration than a pictograph, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, okay. I think longer legs, higher angle, and maybe some motion lines. I think that'll...
Yeah, you need, like, you might need maybe, like, thin little motion lines, so you're not going to have to cut up the table a bit.
Yeah. Okay. So in terms of how far we can go while still staying in the edges of the thing, we go this far. And then pull this up. Okay. Put the legs a little bit more in the middle so there's an overhang. That's true. Tables do have that sometimes. Where is the...
That is true.
Of this segment? Here it is. What do you do at the table after the stream? Well, it's not a stream. It's a convention. And it's broken at that point. So we put it in the dumpster. Like, it is no longer recognizable as a table by most...
It is an X table.
Yeah, by most human standards, it is no longer a table. And, okay, this needs to get cut off. This is screwed up here. That's only slightly better.
As an American, I hear Brits like beans on toast. Is that true? Yes. Have you tried it? Because it's not bad.
Would it be acceptable to tweet a doodle at you, or would that be obnoxious? I mean, you can, but I won't see it until after the stream. I don't have Twitter open.
Aurelian has resubscribed for 40 months. How would you stick to your planning, and do you have any advice to someone who has a hard time sticking to planning like me? Oh, that's Leon who has subscribed. Have I missed something? Anyway, how do you stick to your planning? I take it very casually. I obviously have this time set aside each week where I can do this. So, and I enjoy it, and I make sure it's nice for me. But for planning wise, this is obviously excessive what I do. Okay. This is a bit much for the average planner. My suggestion is set aside some time to do it. Don't stress yourself out about it. And if you forget about it every so often, that's fine. And just make things doable for you. Don't overexert yourself. There you go. We have different... Heinz beans don't taste the same. British baked beans are more sweet than American. Are they?
I know refried beans and toast is delicious. I've had that before.
I mean, it's yeah. Sven Lewis resubscribed for 16 months. Thank you very much. I don't know. If they don't taste the same, then I don't recommend it because, you know,
the taste is what you're recommending.
I'm recommending the taste. Yeah, arguably. Different, but not exactly sweeter. No, like, I don't know is the answer. Everybody take a drink. You are thirsty. Oh no, it's back. I don't want that stuck in my head again. Yeah.
What was that? Blue Skidoo Weekend 2?
Yes. It took weeks for it to leave my head. And now it's back.
Okay, I added a little subtle tab to each side of the table. I feel like that gives it a little bit more read as a table.
I mean, that looks like a table. That looks like a table. So, yeah.
Morning, Mr. Hardlock.
That seems really good, Joe.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, hard luck. I barely squeaked ahead of him in our Patreon weekly pinball contest. And then the servers went down, and he did not have the chance to catch up. Which, in fairness, I also tried to log in and get a better score so you couldn't catch me. So it might have been a wash either way. But, yeah, it would have been nice if the servers hadn't gone down. Because, yeah, it wasn't only you, hard luck, that couldn't connect. I was sitting there last night running my replay mods, exports. And I'm like, what am I going to do now?
So are you winning at pinball stuff at this point, Joe?
Well, like, we have so there's a game on Steam called Pinball FX3, and you can set up a tournament that's password protected and have it run for a week and just say, okay, you have X number of attempts, in this case unlimited, and then your highest score is your tournament entry. And so, like, a lot of the events we run on the Patreon, like, unfortunately everybody has to be there at the same time, which is hard for time zones. But this is something that we can run where it just runs all week, and then we do a new tournament, right?
Okay.
And
that's cool.
That way people can play whatever time is convenient for them, and then, you know, at the end of
and Joe gets to trounce you all.
No, I mean, I got second place this week. Yeah. So and then the results will go up in our weekly newsletter, which we had off from this week for Independence Day, but the results will go up in the next week's newsletter. So, yeah.
That's cool.
Anyway. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this arm up, and I'm going to make a second connected arm lower. I'm going to have that more clearly connect to the shoulder there.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then
I think it looks good with just one arm, but, you know, we can always take the tape off. It's just tape.
It's just tape, and also I'm 35 minutes into the stream, and if it's done, it's... I'm like, okay, that was my project. So, you know...
I see.
Yeah, so, like, let's workshop it a little bit here. You know?
Yeah, NX Super has resubscribed for 11 months. Thank you very much indeed. How do you guys make those awesome bases for Hermitcraft?
Over the course of a year and a half. Like, it's not...
it's our job?
It's not fast. Like, my base is gonna look like garbage for the first 6 months. Like, that's the difference between, like, my approach and, like, Grian or Gem or whatever, or Pearl. They're like, my base is gonna look okay, or really good, but then it's gonna look perfect when it's done. But, like, every step of theirs is just, like, beautiful. Whereas for mine, I'm just like, here's some scaffolding for 6 months.
My approach is, if I get the basics done, then I can take my time with the details. Being paid helps. Yes. So what I tend to do is I say, I've got the like my base, I've got the outline of my base. And then what I need to do is I need to, like there are some small buildings which are going to, like, I've got my storage building, but the top floor is going to be something different. But my next thing is to build, like, stables for, like, seahorses and stuff. Which is going to be in one of those small builds. And that's going to look pretty. Hopefully. Like, almost immediately. And then I'm going to start going bit by bit through it. So it becomes pretty, as opposed to, you know, starting pretty and ending pretty. All bases have an ugly phase. You just got to trust the process. Like, I don't think my base is ugly right now. I think it's okay. I think it's generic base the average person could do. And the fact that I'm getting paid to do that effectively means I can spend more time on it than person who has to go to work to get paid. Like, you can tell the difference between when I stopped working as a job compared to when I was working with a job. So, you know.
Okay, so I just sliced a diagonal into the further away arm, and I think that helps a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think that sells the tumbling motion of the table. Like,
I think that works, actually, what you've got there.
so now, there's still room for improvement. The legs are kind of not really, which they're not really in frame, so I haven't been worrying about them. But they're not very, they're not exactly the proper pose.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, let's see. One of them should be like straight down almost, and the other one should be more forward. I think what I need to do is make the shins. Oh, you can't see any of this. I need to make the shins. Can I push this further forward? That's really dicey. It's like all of the cables are being pushed by the table now. And I'm like, no, not the cable tables. Table cables, something. But yeah.
I've been practicing trying to build mega bases. I don't know how to texture and stuff.
Well, mega bases don't require texturing; they just require
No.
scale. So,
Yeah.
if you're trying to make a mega base that like looks textured, then that's a different problem. But
my advice to you is ignore mega base texturing for now.
get
like-
the geometry right, get the shape.
We'll get the geometry right, but if you want to start to learn how to do like texturing, is take like 3 blocks that gradient up into a scale and make a small house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta start texturing on small stuff because it won't work with the mega base scale stuff if you don't work on the separate skills individually.
Yeah. I also think that what I do, and you will have seen this in my base, is I do strips of these different colours, and then I go back in and I move some of those blocks down, I move some of them up. So I do like 2 or 3 passes on my texturing. So Blackstone, copper and gold, those aren't a gradient. It's pretty. But
you
Blackstone,
could texture
copper
with
and gold
them.
isn't a gradient.
It's not a gradient, but you can texture with them.
Yeah. So, if you're going to use Blackstone, use the different colours of Blackstone. Use like polished Blackstone, etc., and gradient with those. The closer they are in texture and colour, the easier it is to gradient. So.
Forward like that.
You don't need to say hello many times. Hello. It's nice to see you.
Don't
but
know why you say
don't spam. There you go. Common misconception people have about texturing is just to plop random blocks here and there. Yeah, no, it's knowing what, like, it's not even knowing what blocks to put there. It's having that gradient set out in your head, and then going and then moving it up and down, and then you can every so often you can plop a lower block up higher into a different thing, and it'll be fine. I'm not saying it's difficult. I'm just saying it just takes time to get into the flow of it. So I do recommend everybody has a go. Let's put some
Make the
stickers
closer
in
arm
here.
a tiny bit shorter, so close to equal in length. Well, the thing is though, the further arm is going to be smaller. Like, from a perspective standpoint, like it'll. I mean, I don't know. I think that this is already looking like more physically emotive, right? The guy's leaning forward.
This looks great. He's leaning forward. He's
got both
bent
knees
his arms.
bent, got the arms bent. The table is starting to tumble. Now we got to do the head. I think, like right now we kind of have a placeholder head here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Are you going to make that head circular or?
I'm not sure yet. That's one of the parts. I think it'll look better if the more circular it is. But I need to. First off, right now I've got it going straight up and down, which I think it either needs to be looking like down toward the table, maybe, like, or like up toward where it's expecting the table to be, right?
Okay.
So People are saying I think the head looks pretty good as is. Well, even if you like the Lego head look to it, right now it's straight up and down, and I don't think it needs. I don't think straight up and down is going to be optimal. Okay.
No, I see where you're going with that.
Yeah. So, okay, cool.
Trying to do things I associate with beans on this page. So like pot for beans, bread, burritos. Those are bean things.
Hey, Cleo, can the Queen dissolve Parliament? Can the Queen demand an election?
Technically, I do believe the answer is yes.
So,
there would be an absolute uprising if she tried.
Yeah. But what if you and me make a Hermitcraft Parliament, and then people can demand Rendog dissolve us? Is that it? People are asking about what we think about the Rendog King thing, and I guess my answer is I feel like it's an opportunity for us to do a lot of dumb stuff, and I'm never going to complain about an opportunity to do dumb stuff. There's an example now.
It's mostly us being idiots. It's fine. It's fine.
And so the thing is, in real life, I know better than to surround myself with enablers, but in Hermitcraft, that's really what we need. Enablers.
We are big enablers, to be fair, of each other.
Yeah.
So, it's good. Did I say NX Super has resubscribed? A year less than a month. Thank you very much. It's very much appreciated.
Okay, this might be
You could
too
be the
far
Frog Queen.
forward.
Oh, no. I have gone against King Ren once before, and it ended in my hideous death. I don't think I'm the one. I don't think I'm challenging Ren's rule at this point. It doesn't seem like a smart thing to do.
Okay, so I think the head leaning forward, like looking kind of through the table.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I might need to reposition it slightly, but like, how do you feel about leaning forward there? I'm gonna give it 15 seconds for you to look at it. Then I'm gonna pull it up, and I'm gonna do it leaning back, so it looks like the person's like looking up, aspirationally, and then we'll see which one that we like better. So, chat, look at it now before I rip it up again.
This sounds like a story I need to hear. This is Last Life. This is like the first of the things. Ren was king then, and I got hideously murdered. Anna has gifted a sub to Anna the Snowboarder. Thank you very much, Anna. Anna picking names that have either the word banana in them or the name Anna in them. I see. But what I'm getting out of this is if you have Anna in your name, Anna will gift you a sub. That's how I'm seeing it, yeah.
So that's like looking up. Makes it look kind of more like they're falling backwards, though. I don't know. But
see, the way it looks like they're looking down to me.
Well, I'm wondering if you're still seeing
I might be delayed. Because
I just changed it, so.
Yeah.
So I had it looking down toward the table. Now I've got it looking up. Which actually, though, when I'm going through the motions, walking through the part,
Does anything seem to penetrate your heart?
I was always brave and kind of righteous, but now I find I'm wavering. Okay, so I feel like I actually do look up. I step forward because you basically
Yeah, no, that seems better. That looking up bit.
Yeah. So.
You guys should bother people with goat horns on the server.
Oh, yeah, I got a goat horn from Scar the other day. Apparently he felt bad for murdering me nonstop. Non-stop. Dun, 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 dun. I really do like the standing to do art because I can kind of dance around a little bit more. I'm not really in frame on the camera, but I'm having fun.
Yeah, you're not wiggling properly, so it's fine. It's fine. Okay, I shall do mushroom themed because I can.
I think the problem is I think we need it coming back, but right now we've got it at too steep an angle. So like if I just mark the, okay, so this is plum if we do it that way. So we maybe bisect the angle here and pull it forward just a little bit. So he doesn't look, because right now it looks like, people are saying it looks like he's falling over. Yeah, I think we're going a little bit too far past. But like if we had just a slight tilt to it. Also, I think part of it was that his head was kind of too far back. Well, so it looked like he's off his center of gravity here. So.
Yeah. Okay, since somebody asked about more washi tape collection, I'm just gonna do a quick pass through the camera. I'll show you what I've got. I have this box. I have this box. I have this box. I've also ordered some Halloween themed washi tape for October. Just saying.
I've heard of October.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you'll get to experience it with us this time.
I wish it was last October. Da, 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 da. So I'm going to try and clean up the head angles a little bit, like the corners.
Love spoopy things. I love spoopy things. I think I've also ordered some kind of stickers, some spoopy stickers as well. So, and let's not forget the emotional support Mary stickers that I have been gifted. Cass has resubscribed for 60 months. Thank you very much.
I think that those were actually intended as spiritual support stickers.
I'm aware.
Okay.
But when you're fighting ghosts and they give you a Mary as one of the things to ward off the ghosts, they become your emotional support Mary, because you need that little figure. No, just in your hand.
I guess what I'm saying is I feel like there's we conflate the emotional and the spiritual too often, and what better time to try to discern the difference between the two than when we're literally fighting spirits. I mean,
you're right, Joe. You're right. I'm being ignorant. That's correct. It's fine.
If you got a problem, you'll create a second one.
That is the way of your life, Joe. I found.
I know.
I'm impressed at how much you seem to do that.
I mean, okay, so I know y'all really liked the Lego head, but I don't know. I think this isn't
I prefer
terrible.
the Lego head. It's not terrible, but I prefer the Lego head.
Yeah.
It's it works for me. They don't support the spirits, they actively hinder them. That's true. That is true. Each time Cleo sighs, I feel like she's slowly shaking her head with a smile. Not necessarily a smile, to be fair.
You can flatten the top for Cleo. There you go. The top is too pointy. That might be a little better.
Top's far too pointy. Like the Lego head seemed to do it all for me, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Now, in fairness, most people who see this are not gonna... They're gonna... Like, the reason that we're doing it gigantic, like, this is huge. The reason we're doing this gigantic is most people will be standing well clear of the table except for when they throw it. So, the people who are throwing... So, they're gonna see this tumbling through the air away from them. It doesn't have to be perfect. It has to convey what we're trying to convey.
It's to convey flight.
Kinetic warning. Do not stand in path of table.
Arguably, at that point, you need to have a little tiny figure with big cross through it.
I thought about having somebody getting thwacked in the head with a table. Like, so you have, like, the table flying and then, like, somebody getting hit with it and, like, cringing or whatever. But I was like, that's a little bit, like...
It's too on the nose, Joe. It's too on the nose.
Somebody says, are you sunburnt? No, just... I can't... There's something up with the camera balance. Like, the red tape looks like the right amount of red, but my skin looks way too... Well, the thing is, I think the red tape is as red as it can get, right? But everything else is getting shifted red. Let me see if I can play with the light. Okay, if I make the light more blue... Now, the best time to modify your lighting is always in the middle of a stream.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I used to go to the beach when I was a kid, but, like, we don't have one here in Nashville. I have not been to the beach today, or yesterday, or this weekend.
Or ever.
Yeah. So, should we thumbs up?
Table flip, table bludgeon.
Cleo, do you see Ren's message here? Should we thumbs that up? Because I would rather do it sooner. Because tomorrow I've got to drive to PlayOnCon. So I literally will be, like, leaving for PlayOnCon an extra 2 hours early if we do that, recording at meeting time.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
I can do that. I can be like, okay, Badger and NJ, you guys go to the... We can't check into the rooms until 3, right? And the meeting time that we normally record as a group at, if we do a group recording, is at 2, right? So instead of us arriving at 3, checking into our hotel rooms, and then going and doing the convention, it's like, okay, we're going to leave early so I can sit in the lobby and we're trying to find somewhere with Wi-Fi that's not too loud so I can be on my laptop to record this or be there for the group recording. You guys go to the pool because we can't get into our rooms yet, but, like, we can get to the pool.
I thumbs it up, Joe.
You what?
Thumbs it up. I thumbs it up.
Okay, that's fine. It's fine. I've got a plan here for tomorrow meeting time. Okay, I'm thumbsing it up too.
Good. Welcome to How Hermitcraft Makes Decisions.
Yeah. Oh, there was a thing where Scar and I were flying past each other trying to talk for like 3 minutes in my latest episode that I'm working on. And I'm just like, if y'all have never attended a Hermitcraft meeting, just imagine this with 24 people.
Yeah.
Like,
I love how you started with 2. Go on.
No, it's fine.
It's just sort of like I was reading comments. I love how you started out with 2 small green tubs of tape and now you have 3 big clear tubs of tape. Yeah. Sunrider KSY has resubscribed for 30 months. Thank you very much. Yeah, no, I can see how that's very you two, to be fair.
Yeah. Where did I put the knife down? And please don't be on the floor.
Mushrooms. Is B-Dubs Ren's jester? I don't know. B-Dubs.
I think B-Dubs is his own.
That is damning and also true. B-Dubs don't jest for nobody, but B-Dubs.
I like to think of him as the jestest. Okay. No, but seriously, I literally just had an X-Acto knife that I was using on stream here. I've got headphones on, so I couldn't have walked away very far. Oh my gosh. Where did I put this? It's gonna drive me crazy now. Did it fall out back?
Let's make this mushroom bigger, I think. B-Dubs is the puppet master. No, he's not. I appreciate that you might feel that, but like, no.
Did I put it in my pocket? Good question, but no. Okay. Well, that was kind of a crucial element of the next phase of this, which was cleaning up kind of the things. Okay. I'm sure if we keep talking about random stuff, I'll eventually find it. And luckily,
You'll eventually find it.
We're
That's
very good
how
at
this
continuing
works.
to talk about random stuff. Okay.
That's true. We are the best at talking about random stuff.
One of our
B-Dub's
core
doing Jester doesn't make sense because he gets so angry when people laugh at him.
Yeah.
Sometimes a little bit, yeah. Yeah. It's partly why we love B-Dubs. Because he's so good at faking that anger. And he
Faking?
makes... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You didn't know he was faking? Acting.
Acting. Was he screwing with us when he made that PowerPoint? Were you here for the PowerPoint?
No, that was B-Dubs being genuine.
Oh my gosh. Like I was just like watching this and I was like, man, when I try to do a bit, nobody indulges me for this long.
That's because we were all aware that B-Dubs wasn't doing a bit. Like,
Okay.
at a meeting, B-Dubs made us watch a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, he was like, everybody shut up. I'm gonna do a PowerPoint. And I'm like, wait, really? And he turns the screen share on and I'm like, ah.
and he genuinely made a PowerPoint.
And
It was
then,
great.
yeah, and I'm just like watching it, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is the I get in trouble too when I go to like indie films because I don't know which parts are supposed to be the jokes, and I'm like,
Oh.
like because there are some indie films that like take themselves far too seriously, and far too seriously is my favorite kind of humor, but like,
Yeah.
sometimes it's not humor. But I had a lot of fun. I got a lot out of that presentation because I couldn't tell if it was satire.
The best, and mostly because I was enjoying watching B-Dubs just try and control everyone.
Well, I think part of it is that, like, in a lot of our old day jobs, PowerPoint came up far too often, but because he worked in construction, he never really used it, right? So for him, he's like, oh, here's a fun new tool I get to use as part of my new career. No, I mean, like, I think that's it. I'm not...
Oh, no, I didn't think you were wrong. I just find it funny.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Seriously, like, what was it about?
Was it about woodwork? Believe it or not, in the Hermitcraft Discord, wasn't about woodwork. What was the PowerPoint about? Story stuff. Laugh about PowerPoint next time B-Dubs might use Excel. You say that, but there is an Excel spreadsheet.
Well, we use
currently going on.
spreadsheets all the time. We do use spreadsheets.
We do.
Those are a legitimate tool for like keeping track of things.
Yeah. I need pictures of mushrooms. Hang on. Where are we up to? Sorry, I'm just checking the news.
No, that's fine. Did I put it in the pencil case to like so I wouldn't like? I'm really starting to like question. Okay, what's in the pencil case? 2 different green screen scissors.
Okay. I don't. Interesting.
So what's up with the parley?
Basically, it's not if but when he goes, according to the news, and that's the BBC reporting on that, and that's usually fairly standard.
Once it's not if but when, then it becomes a matter of how, you know.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just looking at pictures of mushrooms because I don't actually like mushrooms, so finding drawing them difficult.
Look, you know, we normally don't encourage people to break laws live on stream because there's evidence of that. So we're not going to do that now. But if anybody here happens to work at number 10 and can leak me a copy of the resignation speech, that would be fantastic. I would love to do a YouTube short of me delivering it 5 minutes before it actually goes out on the BBC. I feel like that would be really good for my YouTube career and personally very enjoyable for me. But that's nobody's encouraging anybody to do that. Just if that happened to occur, you know, that would not be the worst thing for me. Maybe for you.
I
Yeah,
genuinely don't think that's illegal.
Whoa, well, fantastic. Good. I'm glad we're not knowingly breaking any British laws. That would be a problem if I tried to move there later. Okay.
I mean, yeah, it would, I suppose, technically.
This is going to come up in court, and my barrister is going to be like, Your Honor, how could this man possibly have obtained state secrets? He can't even find his own knife. Like... Like, this isn't a bit. I have not moved very far at all, but somehow I put down the X-Acto knife with the lid on. I'm certain the lid was on. But, like, where did it go?
Where did it stop? It's
a mystery to everybody. Like, going crazier. Hey, Lost Cult Music, thank you for the first tip of the stream for 3. Oh, hey, look, he's throwing the abacus now. That puts us... oh, yeah, we're doing rotational tips today because of the, what do you call it, crafting stream. So we're going to go ahead and edit, transform, and rotate 3 degrees angular. So thank you, Lost Cult Music, who writes Joe for Prime Minister. If anybody else would like to tip... Tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe.
Genuinely think Joe can be Prime Minister.
And YouTube Super Chat. Wait, what, Cleo?
I genuinely don't think you can be Prime Minister.
No, I didn't go to Eton.
Yeah, that's how that's pronounced. Disable the green screen filter, Joe. Maybe the knife eating.
The knife isn't green, though. Like, if it's in frame, I'm going to be so mad if it's in frame somewhere on the... let me look at the OBS, the top-down camera view. Chloe the Great and Powerful tips 3 and says, you have my vote. Thank you, Chloe the Great and Powerful. Go ahead and rotate the camera another 3 degrees angular. Do-do-do-do. Okay, hi. Is it, like... on top of my head? I didn't, like, tuck it into the headphones. No.
I'm pretty sure that if the chat could see it, they would tell you where it is. Because they're narcs.
Yeah. Okay.
They don't appreciate Joe being stressed as much as I do.
I'm not stressed. I'm just befuddled. I can't...
You're just questioning your mental capacity.
I can't understand how this is happening. If somebody wants to scrub back to the last time I used the knife in the YouTube stream and see which side of the table at least I put it down on, or if I leaned forward and maybe put it somewhere up here. I don't know why I would do that, though. Where it might have rolled...
No one knows why you do anything, Joe. Least of all you.
Yeah, that's the point. Art should be surprising. I have looked under the table several times, but like, that's not necessarily the wrong place to look again when I haven't found it yet.
This is true. This is true. Is it in your fridge by any chance, the chat want me to ask?
No, I can't.
I don't think it is.
No, I can't reach the fridge from here. Only the pinball streams occur directly outside of the kitchen.
Alan. You still think he taped it to the table? That's a possibility, to be honest.
If it's taped like underside of the table?
Maybe.
See, there's not like a lot of room for it to be under the table.
You and I both know that means nothing.
Yeah, I know. It's not in here.
let him borrow mine. I need mine. I realise I'm just drawing, but I need mine.
Eva says you put it to the right 15 minutes ago. Okay. So, if I put it to the right, it might have fallen back here somewhere. Nathan says I look back and it looks like it rolled off the right side of the table. Okay, so if it rolled off the right side, it probably fell forward past the UPS.
This is where we wait with bated breath. Will Joe find his knife?
Yeah, will he accidentally unplug the computer or electrocute himself?
I mean, any of those are good entertainment,
Yeah, these
to
all
be
sound
fair.
like great comedic opportunities for me.
Everything's a great comedic opportunity for you, Joe.
Yeah. It fell in the trash can.
Yay! We found it! Hooray!
It's frustrating because I checked the trash can, but apparently it's heavy enough that it like just fell through the tissues and stuff to be at the bottom.
Don't focus on that, Joe. Focus on you found it!
Yeah, jazz hands.
The most lackluster jazz hands as I've ever heard, Joe.
Okay. So now the next thing I was going to do, like 15 minutes ago, was trim the knee here. Just clean that up a little bit. Just trying to clean the corners.
Better to look for Joe looking at an actual knife than do my work. Please do your work, guys.
Yeah.
I understand that we're here to help, but we're not here to distract completely.
We're not here to stop you from doing your work. We're here to keep you company while you do your work. Now I'm exhausted.
I'm not surprised.
Okay. I kind of like the idea of trimming this entire piece right here to have it. Yeah, I think that'll look good if we trim this whole thing here.
No, distract me. No, you got to do your work.
Oh yeah, if somebody says I'm using your stream as an excuse not to do my homework, I ban them. I don't time them out.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Like, I'm like, well, you're using my stream wrong.
You are interacting wrong. This might be why you have those 2,000 unban requests.
Yeah, probably. I still haven't read those. I forgot. I got tired. Big shocker, I know.
I, for one, am completely shocked. You're both a comfort and a distraction, but I'm okay with that. So long as you're not using it as a distraction to do, like, stuff that you should be doing, you know.
The beef jerky is not also in the trash. Okay. Oh boy.
Yeah.
So then the question is, so I think motion lines are kind of the next real challenge here.
Right.
But that gets weird because they'll distract from the general outline of the table.
Mm-hmm.
And they also kind of need to intersect the body if we're doing just straight out and away motion lines. So doing rotational motion lines might work better. Hey, we got a tip rolling in via PayPal. First PayPal tip of the stream. Let's see who that's from.
Yay!
Hey Joe, hope you're having a great stream. It's my friend's first time watching live, and they're delightfully loving texting me about it. So I just had to tune in. Hi Quinn. So thank you very much, Freddie, for saying hello to Quinn and for supporting the show. We're gonna go ahead and rotate that camera now up to 11 degrees.
About to inhale some mushroom risotto. You're loving the drawings. I do not like mushrooms.
How do you feel about risotto?
At all. Risotto's okay, but so long as it's not mushroom risotto.
Oh, okay. So like quail risotto.
Yeah, sure. Pea risotto, fine.
I'm trying to find the funniest place to put the abacus on here.
Oh no.
Now he's in brain jail.
I take back my prepared message offering to share. I appreciate it. I appreciate the offer, but you know, I appreciate that you've just decided, well, that's going to end poorly for me.
Okay.
Because it will.
NJ says, I'm packed, dressed, and making coffee. What are some things I might be missing? Well, we have some sunscreen,
Vanity.
But if you have sunscreen you like, do you have a sun hat, NJ? You're gonna need a sun hat. If you have your own D&D dice, bring those. If not, you can borrow some from me. I have like several tubes of them. I don't know. Yeah, what are things people forget to bring to PlayOnCon? Yeah, sun hat, D&D dice. We've got a ton of drinks and food, so don't worry about that. Extra swimsuit. If you have like, what do they call those things? Like a cover up, like something to keep the sun off you when you're just like drying out.
Cover up?
Yeah, cover up.
Do I play D&D? Oh, yes, I play D&D.
Phone adapter.
Underwear and comfy shoes.
People are saying card games for waiting in line. Well, PlayOnCon doesn't really have a lot of lines. That's one of the fun things about it. It's only like a 500-person convention, and it's at a camp in the middle of the woods, so not a lot of lines.
Does sound like a lot of place for murders to happen, though.
Yeah. Well, but there's also canoeing, rock climbing, archery, and Smash Brothers tournaments and Minecraft tournaments. I'm running the Minecraft tournament. Oh, I actually won the pairs Smash Brothers tournament at PlayOnCon one year. Cleo, do you know a lot about Smash Brothers?
I don't. Please tell me.
Okay, so it's a fighting game, but it's kind of like silly and goofy. And,
okay.
You play as like Nintendo characters.
Okay.
The guy who envisioned it imagined, like, you know how kids will play, like, have their action figures fight, like, on the table and then, like, knock them off when one of them dies or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that, but with Nintendo characters in a video game. So you win by knocking your enemies off the table. And so we get to the tournament, and one of my friends is gonna... He was gonna be pairs with somebody else, and the other person dropped out at the last second. He's like, Joe, you're the least incompetent person I know at this who isn't already paired up with somebody, because I wasn't going to compete. And he's like, Joe, can you be my double for this? And I'm like, okay, sure. And then we get there, and they don't have the right kind of controller that I normally use. Normally, like serious gaming tournaments, you bring your own controller, and I wasn't going to be competing, right? And so
that seems fair.
He's just like, okay, well, here's the controller they do have. Just play as a character that you don't normally play as, so none of your muscle memory, you won't have muscle memory tripping over yourself. Just screw around with a character you never play as with this controller. Like the guy I was playing with was like legitimately a super good player, and he's like, if you can just distract the other people for like 3 minutes, I think I can win this for both of us. Just don't screw it up, right? And
Jesus.
So
no pressure though.
Yeah. So normally, I would play as Ice Climbers or Peach, who are very fast-moving characters or whatever, who have a totally different attack set from Bowser, who's incredibly slow.
Right.
And he's like a fire turtle thing from Mario.
I know who Bowser is.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So he like breathes fire. He like slashes with his claws, that sort of thing. Right. So he's got a lot of really slow, heavy attacks. And so I'm constantly forgetting which controls to use, or like how to attack or how to charge the attacks and stuff. And the people we were playing against were playing as like Marth and Roy, I think, who both have like these moves where they counter your attacks, where they hold up their sword, and if you hit them while they're in their counter pose, they will, basically hurt you really bad, right?
Okay.
And so the thing is, they keep trying to counter my attacks because they know the timings of Bowser. But I don't. And immediately after they counter, they're like vulnerable for a split second. And so I kept hitting them when they were in that vulnerability thing. And they're like, oh my god, this guy is psyching us out so good. And I'm just so like, and like one of them is like, what is he doing with his timings? How is he doing that? And I'm just like, look, you guys just got to practice. Like, but then we get to the end and I'm like, I never play as Bowser. And they were so mad.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
But yeah, it's like when you play poker against somebody who normally doesn't play poker. They don't have any tells because they don't know what they're doing, right? And so, their characters were completely dependent on knowing the timing of their enemies. And I could not time any of my attacks. And so my buddy just comes in as Kirby and just mops up. And like I said, I did get some good hits in on them when they were vulnerable. So you have one person who's hyper confident and another person who's hyper infuriating. And that's how you win a Smash Brothers doubles tournament.
That's impressive, Joe. I'm actually impressed that you did that.
Thank you.
Because I mean, it's both obnoxious and takes some level of skill. This is a great story.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is too, like, I know Smash Brothers really well for the characters I play as. But I never play as the characters that they were playing as. I never play as the character I was playing as. So it's just like, okay, we're just doing this.
And so it's just sort of like, well, I'm sorry, guys, but you're going to be punished for knowing the game too well.
Yeah. I really wild carded that one. Wild card.
Oh my, I have won again with all these 1-point cards. Really? Yeah.
Don't yell in all caps, please. That person's timed out. Go read the rules. But yeah, so anyway, I've won a Smash Brothers tournament there. But yeah, so I'm running the table flipping contest. I'm running the Minecraft contest. Yurgi recommends bringing a flashlight. Yeah. Because, like, if you're walking around at night, like, in the woods and stuff, you might want...
I mean, but if you got a phone, surely...
Well, but the thing is, though, like, a phone is fine for, like, when you're trying to find stuff in your bedroom at night in the dark, or whatever. But, like, if you're actually, like, trying to, like, look down a trail and being like, wait, which way is this the way I want to go? Like, you're trying to find, like, the blazes on the trees. Is that what they call the paint marks on trees in England?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, in America, we mark trails with, like, you paint, like, a stripe on the tree, like, every, like, 20 feet or something. If you're trying to find a blaze, you might want a real...
I mean, to be fair, we've got less wilderness than you. Most of our stuff is pretty signposted.
Yeah.
Like, with actual signposts, so...
Yeah.
You know, so it's...
Septarian Flare says blazes or trail markers. Okay, yeah.
Trail markers, I know. Yeah.
NJ, we probably won't abandon you in the woods intentionally. But there's a
lot. It will be a fun story.
There's a lot of things that can go sideways there. So let's...
Paleo chip biddies, thank you.
Yurgi says people overestimate the convention part of this event and underestimate the in the woods in the middle of nowhere part. Well, and that's the thing though, is like it is cool because like they've got I don't know if they have the telescope guys coming in this year because of COVID, everything's kind of shaken up. But like in a normal year, they would have like a local astronomy group bring out some super high powered telescopes. And since we're like 40 minutes away from the nearest city, it's like gorgeous, you know.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It does sound like fun.
Manatee Gag says, please don't lose my wife, Joe. I'm kind of attached to her. We still have an extra bunk. Okay. I'm technically only charging her for the lower bunk, but like that entire half of the room I wasn't using. So, Manatee Gag, if you decide last minute you want to fly down here and surprise her, oh, well, you might not have registered for the convention. That could be a problem. Register for the convention real quick before you book your tickets, because they're probably closing registration like ASAP. But yeah, there is a bed for you if you so choose.
Someone's just at the door. 1 second.
Okay, so Tommy Boy says sounds like they need the buddy system for NJ. Don't worry, we're not going to lose NJ. There's going to be a lot of people there. Yurgi's going to be there. Badger's going to be there. I'm going to be there. It's going to be fine. Okay. So let's try, like, if we had this going.
I just realised that I muted for my stream.
Yeah.
So I muted for my stream, but not yours.
No, they couldn't.
So...
I couldn't hear you. So what's up?
Okay, that's fine. It was just somebody. I was delivering.
Gotcha.
I'll have to put the knife down before going to the door. That's my stickers.
Oh yay! Oh, you know what I haven't actually done yet? I've been meaning to do this on one of the crafting streams, and like since we're actually kind of ahead on this, like this project is not done. I still need to do the motion lines. I haven't actually gotten to pull out all of the pinwheel machine parts that I'm going to be using.
Yeah.
This isn't like all of them. This is 1/8 of the amount. If you would like to support the show, this is a good time for me to mention, like, I was going to order all this stuff at once because I was like, that's a great way to save money on shipping, but it was going to be like $800. So instead, I ordered like $60 worth of stuff, and I'm going to have to order the more expensive parts later. But like, I've got like, so for example, here is a stand-up target that you would put in front of a post or whatever, and you can see how, like, when the ball hits this, it would like compress the foam, but there's also like these two metal contacts that would then touch, right? So I've got both the post variant of that and the circular variant. So yeah, I basically went through and ordered all the cheap parts first, because that's what I could afford this month. But things like the coin door or the ball trough are like $90 each. And I've been trying to talk to pinball suppliers about, like, hey, do you have a broken one that I could buy off you? And they're like, no, we just recycle them.
Yeah. I've just got another hype train.
Choo-choo.
So...
Oh, wait, no, I have a thing for that.
Choo-choo. So thank you, Paleo, for the biddies. Mother of Cobal's gifting 5 community gift stubs. And Roletti Crafters resubscribed for 13 months. I have gotten my Halloween stickers. They have arrived. There's many skulls. This is going to be great. I'm not entirely sure why there is a white rose, but sure. Spiderps. What is that even?
This is the button. So the button on the pinball machine, it's a piece of plastic with a spring in it. Well, 2 pieces of plastic with a spring in it. And there's like a separate copper thing that this would press on, like a switch. Yeah, the dorm rooms have 2 bunk beds, so 4 beds each at PlayOnCon.
That's cool. No. I've ordered in advance because I've got September to do. Because I'm in August, I've got September to do, and I will probably start October month at the end of August, probably, because that's usually how it goes. So I might as well get the stickers and stuff for it.
Yeah. So this is
Cozy Parker's continued their gifted sub. Welcome to the Horde. Thank you very much indeed. And Matt Leslie is sheer biddies. Thank you very much. Go, Joe. Sorry. So
no,
you've like, are you gonna just like, are you just gonna like build
a pinball machine?
Like in real life a pinball machine?
that's like a long-term goal. That's the sort of thing.
So the answer is yes.
That I'm ordering enough parts here that I can put together a kind of a mock-up of the one I'm building in Hermitcraft. That might not be fully functional, but like I want to I did some thinking about this, and I realized I can use my dad's wood shop for cutting if I need to cut stuff. I can't stream from there because it's not a stream friendly location, but like for the craft streams, if I'm like bring the wood in here and like mark all the cuts and like do all the measuring, all the prep work on the craft stream, then I can film myself, even though I can't stream from there. I can film myself doing the cuts.
Right. I'm starting to feel like doing those paper models has just ruined you forever.
Yeah. Well, now in fairness though, Cleo, this is one of those things where like these parts aren't gonna go bad. So like even if I can't actually build this stuff this year, like I could always come back to it when I have more capital.
That's true.
Because like technically, you know, I don't need a ball trough to test the geometry. Well, like no, so like to test the geometry of the table, I need the play field. But you don't really need the ball trough. You don't really need the coin door. You need the flippers. But you can build you can basically build a testing rig that doesn't necessarily have the computer with the scoring and everything. But you can flip the ball around and you can see how it bounces around the table and stuff. And so, but the thing is, even building that testing rig, like buying the flipper coils, which is the things that actually like electromechanically like flip the flippers, those are not cheap. So
no, I can't imagine it is.
So yeah, that's
building a working pinball machine.
Building a pinball machine testing rig is kind of the furthest I think I'm likely to get this year, and that would be absolute best case. Building a fully functional machine, because then you have to do all of the you have to wire all of the targets and switches, and you have to write the code. That's like a separate thing. Like building a pinball machine, the guys who stream building a pinball machine like 2 hours a night, that's like their hobby or whatever, and they 3 nights a week work on it 2 hours a night. It takes them 3 to 4 years to stream building a pinball machine top to bottom. But getting it to a test rig phase, that's more of a short term, like 6 to 12 months thing. Like, it's one of those things where like the refinements are what end up eating a lot of the time. You can get something kind of chunky, basically functioning in about half a year. Way less if you've done it before, but I haven't done it before, so.
Okay, so this is actually a doable thing. It's not just you being overextending yourself.
No, this is absolutely a doable thing, and it's probably also me overextending myself because I'm
yeah.
This is one of those things that's on the cusp of plausibility.
Yeah,
and so I'm trying to figure out how to make it work, but I'm trying to do it in a way that I don't like. I'm not going out and buying all the parts right away. Right, I'm not like overcommitting. So, but would it make the noises? The noises are the best part. Well, I would have to do sound design myself. I would have to design the noises to make the machine make the noises, or I would have to buy a bell and chime unit, which would actually be kind of cool, and have it do the bells and chimes. The cusp of plausibility is a great name for Joe's memoir, says Wizard of Docs.
Not wrong.
Chloe the Great and Powerful says, where would you find time for this, Joe? You're always so busy. This would literally be my Wednesday morning stream, like with Cleo. It would be my crafts with Cleo would be me, like working on, like, because I could be doing stuff like drilling, and there are certain things I could do here. Like, I could like, or all if I do like most of the drilling and cutting at my dad's wood shop, but then I actually bring the wood back and start like do the actual attaching everything to the playfield here, wiring everything. I could do on camera here. So
that does sound cool.
yeah, like I think I initially got hung up too much on I want to stream the whole process, but it's like if I just stream everything but the woodwork, it all of a sudden is something I could do with my current apartment, right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot to do. Like just because you have the playfield cut doesn't mean you have all the pop bumpers attached, all the stand ups, all like you gotta. There's a lot to wire. There's a lot to do.
Does sound fun.
Yeah.
For you, not for me, but it does sound fun.
Yeah.
It's definitely a Joe project.
Yay.
Do I stream my Atlantis build? Usually not. It's not like I often feel that it's less entertaining streaming the work sometimes for me. I'd much rather just get on with it privately. So sometimes yes, but not often.
Yeah. Grave says, what board for a machine this looks like? Something like a Raspberry Pi? So there's a company called Multimorphic. They're based out of Austin, and I'm acquainted with some people who have connections there. They've actually tried to get me down for like go visit. So I might be able to work out something with them where I'm like, hey, could I have like $1,200 worth of pinball machine circuit boards in exchange for putting your logo on my pinball stream? I don't know. I haven't talked to them about it. But yeah, so at a certain point, so they've got a whole system of circuit boards they sell. Let's see, ordering instructions, the P-Rock control system. Basically, they've got a primary circuit board called the P-Rock, and then a bunch of sub-boards. I'm going to link this real quick. That handle things like LED lighting.
I mean, what you're saying is Joe needs more rainbows.
Yeah,
that's what we're hearing.
But yeah, so basically, depending on how many things you have on the playfield, you would buy more sub boards to attach to this one. So, because things like, so the coils are what move like flippers and like if you have anything motorized, you need to run more power to it and stuff. And so you need additional boards because you don't want to run all the electricity on your machine through one board. Yeah, I was not trying to snub tea lighting. Sorry. Yeah, there is a translite on the back box though. So that's literally what that's called. The artwork on the back box. It's like translucent polymer, and they call it a translite. So yeah, don't worry. We got the translite already.
We'll be transing.
Yeah.
We will be transing. It's fine.
So
it's okay. We weren't offended. It's fine, Joe. Because LGBT includes the trans. Because we are LGBT with the T.
Indeed.
So thank you, Evil Penguin, for the 11-month resub, and Mini Cheese Mouse for the biddies. Love the armor stand stream in season 7. Like, armor stand streaming I find very difficult because that is a complete skill that needs concentration.
Yeah, it seems like a huge focus element there. That seems like the sort of stream that would be good with a partner, because then you could have me reading the chat while you concentrate and occasionally chime in, because like having it on you to constantly be focused on entertaining and focused on the things is a problem.
Yes, like armor stands are difficult as it is.
Okay.
And
Free Wave just wrote trans lights are human lights. Okay. Sorry. Are you okay, Cleo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
This is the
I have been having a day with transphobes on Twitter.
Yeah, I heard Bette Midler has jumped on that train.
I have just gone feral at certain points, and it's just sort of like,
Yeah.
I've been struggling, and then people who are telling me that I am wrong, and it's like, no, you're a monster. Thank you, goodbye. So, yeah. Yes, of course, that's true. So, just for the sake of my stream, if you are a bigot, if you are racist, transphobic, sexist, ableist, all of those things, I've missed one. Oh, homophobic. Please leave. I don't want you here. No one else wants you here. It's fine. Just leave. Nobody cares if you're here or not. Bye.
Bye.
Just because I've been having to say it a lot to people because they don't get it. Because they then try and argue with me. And then I have to deal with people. And it's just sort of like, you're not worth my time. You're not worth my time. Please go away. So, yeah. Yeah. And you see trans lights with Polaroid sunglasses.
Polarized, maybe?
Hang on, Polaroids. I think you're trying to make a reference, Arena, and I don't get it.
No, so polarized sunglasses can't look at certain types of displays, but
polarized. Okay, yeah.
The thing is, though, that the trans light on a pinball machine back box is a piece of transparent plastic that has had like a silk screened image inked onto it.
Transparent. I know you can't see their mum or dad with any glasses because they're transparent. I saw it. I just didn't finish the joke, which is why Joe is... I'm sorry, Joe. That's my fault. I'm sorry. Please explain, though.
Okay, well, so it's... Yeah, you can see it with polarized glasses because it's not electronic. It's just a light... And it's fine. Okay. It's fine. Art with a light behind it.
Thank you.
Okay.
But it was a joke, and I didn't see it, and I apologize.
No, it's fine. Let me see if I can... It's fine.
Trans light, after the last few years, I'm stressing I'm trans heavy. I feel ya. All right. This is the donut page, just in case anyone was wondering.
Ooh, the donut is my favorite feature of Hermitcraft Season 9. Why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing.
I'm crying. On the inside. Okay.
We love you, Joe.
Thanks, Cleo.
We love you, Joe. Do I also do scrapbooking? No, I do not. This takes up all of my time.
Well, the thing about scrapbooking on stream is scrapbooking involves a lot of memories, and I don't love the idea of telling people everywhere I go and everything I do. Like, from an operational security standpoint, that's kind of a nightmare. Right? Like...
Yeah. OPSEC is a thing.
Okay.
I don't even show people my face, let alone my memories, my deepest, darkest memories.
So,
although why I would be scrapbooking my darkest memories, I don't know.
That's how you seal them.
And in this tome, we bind them.
Bind.
Look, nobody else wants to hear about all the murders. We'll put them in a book. It's fine. And then nobody will ever see them again.
Okay, so I think... So we've got 3 motion lines on the lower table leg, and I feel like that looks good. The upper table leg, I think we move the middle line further down, and we cut into it a little bit around the hand.
Mm-hmm. Throw the cursed scrapbook into the sea.
To the sea.
No. You can't bury the book or burn it, because if you burn it, they're all sealed. If you bury it, it will get destroyed, and then those things won't be sealed. So you need to put it in a titanium sphere and drop it in the middle of the Marianas Trench, and then there's a snail. And I don't know. It's fine.
Yeah.
Let's carefully store the evidence in the well-presented scrapbooks. They'll never suspect it.
I mean, from my personal experience, Cleo, if I wanted to make sure that nobody ever accidentally played the Jumanji game, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would take it and I would put it in the stack of other games I bought in the last 2 years that haven't been opened, and I would leave it there.
Smart.
Because we're never going to get to any of them. We're too busy. No, I actually should. I should bring my Clank to PlayOnCon. Actually, Clank is what Decked Out's based off of.
Yes, you've told me that once before when I was trying to figure out how Decked Out worked.
Yeah.
You said, "Oh, it's based off Clank," and I'm like, I have not played that.
Okay, but you played Ratchet.
No. Best way to avoid anything being seen is to bury it in a EULA. You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
Well,
although then the lawyers have to see it.
That's actually a fun Black Mirror concept.
Oh?
Oh, wait, no, actually, I think South Park already did this. Never mind.
Is South Park did it, the new Simpsons did it?
Yeah. Okay.
So the mention of memories and murders brought up that I've witnessed autopsies. Wow, Sky. That's a statement.
Okay.
Good for you.
So I feel like this is getting closer.
Mm-hmm. Looks good to me.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I bought all these donut stickers. Donuts.
I think I need to cut this motion line perpendicular more, though. Seriously? Oh my gosh.
Probably seriously, yes.
This time, I'm looking for the knife, but the cap is in front of me, so I'm now way more nervous. Last time I was like, I knew I put the...
That's anxiety inducing.
That's the bad one. Okay, wait, no, it's right here. I just need to normalize leaving the knife directly in the middle of the camera.
Yep.
Okay.
Mine is always by my book. Best donut, in my opinion, raspberry jam. I'm very much a raspberry jam fan. These aren't donuts, but they are round. It's all that I require, really. Things being round. They look sort of donutty. Okay, this is no longer donuts. This is the round food thing.
Okay,
the round
you ran out of donuts, so it's just round anything. Here's some Fruit Loops.
It's now donuts and macarons, apparently.
Fruit Loops are basically donuts.
They are basically donuts. They're just filled donuts. Kept losing my needles, so now I have a magnet pad that I ripped off something and I lay the needles on there. Smart. Where did I leave my knife? I had it just a minute ago. Let's be logical. Who did I last stab? That is the question.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Well, I'm gonna move the abacus here so we can look at this holistically. I feel like this is kind of in an okay place.
Are you ready to finish, Joe?
Yeah, I figured we'd probably try and... We had talked about trying to keep it limited to 90 minutes to 2 hours.
Yeah, because you've got places to go and
you
people to be with.
So, you know.
And I'm sick, yes. But,
I don't want to overextend you, but, like, at the point where this is done, the amount of time it would take for me to set up for, like, a new craft is...
Yeah, that's fine. I'm ready
Ideal.
to be. I'm ready to be done. I don't need this until August, so we're fine.
Okay. Well, I need this like this weekend. So.
Okay. Well, yeah.
So
but you say you're finished, so
yeah, this had to be
good.
done. There was no skipping the stream today because then I wouldn't be ready for PlayOnCon. But now
you're ready to go, and you can go.
Yay!
And pack probably.
Yeah. No, I have not packed.
Sick
yet.
as in cool or sick as in. I have had exhaustion issues recently. I'm feeling okay today, but I might go take a nap.
Yeah.
Because I've been struggling to stay awake for periods of time. So.
Okay. Well, so Cleo, it has been fun. I think maybe we should break into our own channels and say goodbye to our streams individually.
Okay.
But
well, have fun at PlayOnCon.
Thank you. And get well.
Okay, thank you. Bye, Joe.
Bye. Disconnect. Okay, so thank you everybody for joining us today. Hope you're doing well. Let's go ahead and see who we can raid. Dashboard following. Bum bum ba na na. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. It looks like our good friend Pearlescent Moon is playing Horizon Forbidden West. So why don't we go ahead and raid Pearl. When you get there, our raid message is howdy y'all, Joe Hill's raid here. So hope y'all enjoy hanging out with her, doing something a little bit different. It's always good to stretch out the brain. Anyway, until next time y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Do 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 do. Raid now. Actually clicking